up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to this channel. Like and subscribing, leave your comments, whether positive or negative. Much love and much praise to everybody out there. We're here on YouTube Live for the 177 times. This live conversation number 177. It's great to see everybody about to come out on this YouTube. We also streaming on Facebook. To my right, it may look left. For those who are viewing it, what the topic is, as we're going to be talking about tonight, remove negative people from the circle. Removing negative people from the circle. What up, the Flemings on YouTube? One of the channel moderators. I appreciate your work. And Coffee Bless also, who's the channel moderator for this YouTube channel, Tony Harvin. Let's get this clear. I'm not a pastor preacher. I don't hold any type of office in the church. We're just having a conversation. So to all those over righteous Christians out there, just relax. Calm down, relax. We're just here having a conversation. What up, Demoni? You two have a blessed night on YouTube. Batania, greetings. So we're here talking about the situation about removing negative people. I know a lot of us have been through situations where though we had to cut people off because of what they did to us. All the trust we gained from them throughout the years. And this could be a friend or a family member or could be a spouse. Could be. Trust is very thin. Loyalty is very thin out here in these days. What's up, mister? What up, what up, what up? Hope all is well. It's very thin out here in these days. We see it a lot. People backstabbing each other, people crossing each other. You know, what is one of the top reasons that people have issues in friendships and whatnot? Money. Money or another person. You understand that? Especially money. You know, people will hold grudges on you. People will steal from you. Your own friend, 20, 30 years. What up? He says, "Oh, my fault, my fault." Can you hear me clear now? Can you hear me clear? Let me know if you can hear me clearer. That was my fault. I had the headpiece in, man. That's my mistake. So I'm gonna just say this one more time. We're talking about removing negative people from your circle, man. That's what we're talking about here. And I was speaking upon trust is very thin. That's what I was talking about. I appreciate that. For letting me know that because if you haven't if you haven't even said that, I would have forgot. That's my fault for sure. What up, Laverne? It says I was just about to take it down for the evening. Now you're going live. I'm gonna try to stay awake. Great topic. We were supposed to have a discussion tonight, but it's been rescheduled for tomorrow. I don't know what time. The discussion was around like what 10 tonight, but it got postponed. So I just decided to come on here, for a good hour to talk about something in reference to removing negative people because I'm pretty sure a lot of us been through it. Like I was stating before, the person notified me about my audio. You can be friends with somebody 20, 30 years, 40 years, and it just takes that one time that they break your trust or somebody might try to set you up. That was my first topic. That was my first topic. Close people will set you up, and it's true. We're seeing it we're seeing it head on in these days. Your own friend, based upon jealousy, envy, they upset at you because you succeeded. They upset at you because you excelling in life. You got goals. They want to stay at a standstill. They want to stay content and in life, but you have a mission. All more, much respect to those people out there that's going out there doing their thing, being encouraged and want to grow in general. What up, Linda? Off of YouTube. What up? What up? What up? I hope all is well. For sure. Absolutely. Says all love. Appreciate that. Audrey Walker says keep doing what you're doing. Absolutely. Absolutely, Audrey Walker off YouTube. It's been a lot of cases where as though I had some situations. I had some. He says you do sound lower than usual. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I don't know what's going on, but can you hear me loud and clear? How about now? Let me know. Let me just double check this audio right quick. Hmm. I'm all good on my end, you know. But as I was stating that, I had some situations on my end coming up, dealing with loyalty and putting trust in people. It's a very cautious thing. You gotta be very cautious, when you put your trust in people. I don't care how long you know them, how close you think they are, but there are a lot of people out there that got hidden agendas, to do you wrong. They may smile in your face, they may try to be your friend, or whatever the case may be, and they got a pitchfork waiting for you. What up, Ernest Beard? What up? What up? What up? So as I always state, like if anybody got any personal experiences with a situation like this, where as though you have to cut off somebody because they wronged you, or you cut off somebody, you know, because you sense they had jealousy, envy. They didn't want you to excel in life. They was preying on your downfall. When I say pray, I'm not talking about Pray. I'm talking about Prey. You understand? It's a big time difference. You know. Ernest Bed. What up? What up? What up? Lemons. Appreciate that for sure. He said it sounds like I got static in the background when I'm speaking. I don't know why. But I will try to fix it to the best of my ability. Go on Facebook and see if it sounds the same. Okay. The lupus, the lupus from YouTube. What kind of name is that? He says, looking for the first time. Listen, we're talking about something else, man. We ain't talking about him. Listen, I'm not trying to get him no airtime or nothing, you know. But to answer your question, I will never ever be a black Hebrew Israelite religion. Never, you know. I will never ever put myself in that position. On this channel, you never heard me. I don't think you said you saw me for the first time. Just view the channel. You know, there's nothing on this channel dealing with black Hebrew Israelites and whatnot. Never. You understand? If anything, is going against their teachings and whatnot. But never. He heard my cry. Says from YouTube, I've always been a loyal person. People stabbed me in the back and told all my business. That's another thing. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop the sentence right there. Telling your business. You get close with a person. You know, and you feel as though you can talk to them about certain situations that you can't talk about with everybody else. You understand that? You get close to them, start telling them little secrets and things like that, and then when you have a big argument, you see it on Facebook, you see it on social media all the time. Two friends going at it. You know what I'm saying? They scrapping with words on Facebook. I've seen it, man. Airing dirty laundry out there. You know. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a mess. It's crazy out there. You know. And I'm gonna finish off your paragraph. You heard my cry. You stated, you keep your business. You said I keep my end tight. I have never blasted people's personal business. Hmm, that's a deep one right there. That's a good one. That's a definite good one. Be careful who you tell your business to. That could be another topic for another day, but we're gonna merge that in with this one. Telling people personal business. You gotta be careful with that because a lot of people who are close to you, and I'm pretty sure you want to tell them this, tell them that. You having marriage problems and whatever other problems you're having, like close stuff, intimate stuff that you're really talking to your friends and close people about. You know, I mean, whew, that's dangerous. Emotionally, that's dangerous because they got information that you ain't want to tell other people. You might be embarrassed and whatnot, but they holding that information and they know they can hurt you if they put it out there. So just be very careful, man. Who you tell your personal business to. And another thing is your marriage. You know, if you're married or if you're dealing with somebody and whatnot, man, be very careful who you tell your business to. You know, don't listen. Don't go out telling your friend about your personal life in the bedroom and stuff like that. That's another thing right there. That's another thing. Telling people about your personal life in the bedroom with another person. Now you giving your friend or whoever thoughts like, wow, well, she do that in the bedroom. You understand that? She do that in the bedroom? Really? You know? Or he probably like, oh yeah, yeah, that's what's up, yeah, man. But in the subconscious of his mind, he's like, wow, I want to get with that. I want my brother wife, hypothetically speaking. I want my cousin wife because he's telling his cousin how good his wife is in the bedroom. You know, like it's cool and whatnot. No, no way. You understand that? Stuff like that. You know, and a lot of people do that. Male and females, they do that, man. You know, but that's dangerous because you might get that other person's thoughts. Like, man, I want to experience that with the spouse, and that's crazy, man. A lot of people have situations where as though they friend or a close person or close family member have slept with the spouse. You know, tipping and dipping behind the scenes and whatnot. It has happened, man. It has happened. You know, I see the emails and whatnot and things like that, man. It's crazy. It is crazy. Unbelievable. I don't understand how, somebody that you're close to, you got an interest in their spouse, or you got an interest in somebody they talking to and want to marry or something like that. You know, that's just sick for sure. What up? It's all right, Lupus. It's all right. It's all good. Robert Mosley off of YouTube. Greetings and peace, armed soldiers and team. And what we need to understand about getting the Holy Spirit is a process and a lifetime of learning who is who. Community, truth, freedom, and peace. All right, cool. That's what's up. What up, Levy? Laverne from YouTube says my younger brother was a hater, criticized me for making my kids blueberry pancakes. Okay. He said I was trying to be the Brady Bunch. We always make remarks like that, like I'm not black enough. Wow. Okay, I understand what you're saying. A racial type of remarks and things like that. I mean, I'm not being all nonchalant about it, but stuff like that can really hurt people. People think those remarks are light and what have you, and people may say, "Wow, you don't eat this, you don't eat that, you're not black enough, you don't listen to this person, you're not black or whatever enough." You know, what does that have to do with a person's personality in general? You understand? Somebody can have a good heart, a good soul. I was gonna put out something that love has no color in general. But you got some ignorant people out there that think like that. They still got racism, or they got some residue of racism within them. They may think they making jokes and whatnot, but in the subconscious of their whole mentality, they got racist residue with them. You know, even close family in general. Latanya, you said, oh, you talking to somebody else. What up to Facebook? Shout out to everybody on Facebook for sure. Um, Sharon Johnson. Sharon Johnson, what up, what up, what up? Off of Facebook, appreciate that. All right. Jesus God says that's none of their business. They shouldn't even feel comfortable hearing certain details. I know I don't. I'll be like, that's funny. We heard, Georgina Fleming. I've learned to not even tell my family members my personal business. That seemed to be the subtitle of tonight. I see a lot of some people are putting up, things about personal business, and that hits, for sure. And I learned my lesson too. I'm not gonna say the who or what or whatever the case may be, but years ago, I was kind of one of judgmental towards you. All they mean is spew the business out to people. You know. All right. What up, Chris? What up? What up? What up? Appreciate that. Whenever a person is very open to everybody about their personal business, run. Absolutely. Absolutely. People who talk too much, you know, they want to tell everybody. They want to go on social media, say this, say that to everybody. You understand? That don't look good at the end of the day, you know. Levy says, I had to remove friends like that from my life. Absolutely. You know, absolutely. It's like so much weight is lifted off, you know, when you get rid of those negative people. The Lupus says, hmm, Lupus over YouTube says, serious question. On that note, not black enough thing. Is it because they have an idea of what being black is, meaning ghetto? And if you're not that, you're a sellout trying to be white. Well, I've heard situations like that before. You know, in general, people may say, "Oh, you're not black enough because you don't do this, you don't do that," or ghetto as you state. You know, I never smoked weed in a day of my life. You know, I never been to a strip club ever. You know, never had the need for it. For what? You know, when I was younger, I'm like, what I gotta do this for? What I gotta spend my money for? For what reason? For some dirty chicks to get on me, to dance on me, or what I need to smoke weed for? What's the purpose? You understand? I ain't gotta be in the mix. I ain't gotta be in the crowd with people. I don't care about that nonsense. You know. But I didn't look at myself as, oh, I'm trying to be another race. You know, that was just me. Hey, that's just me. You know. But people will be real judgmental about certain things if you're, you know, black, African American, or whatever you want to call it, and you don't do certain things as people from the urban areas do. You know, they will look at you different in general and say things like that. Hypothetically speaking, let's just say I don't eat chicken, fried chicken. Let's just say I don't like the chicken spot. I don't like an Italian cheeseburger with a CNC soda and a bag of Doritos. You know, people will say things like that. Well, man, you don't like that? What are you? You know, and vice versa. You know, I've heard things like that, man. It's just crazy. True definition. What up? What up? What up? Demarcus Henderson says, "Don't let the devil get into your head." Absolutely, absolutely. Definitely agree with you on that one for sure. The Lupus says, "You see that in the Latino community, but it's not really a big deal, at least to me. To me, with racial barriers and stuff like that, me, I don't care about none of that stuff, man. We all bleed the same, and guess what? We all got two things in common. We are born on this earth, and we gonna die one day. Simple as that. You know what I mean? So as far as like with racial barriers and whatnot, I don't care about that stuff. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time all day thinking about the white man or Chinese or the black man. I'm not gonna do that, man. For what reason? You know, it's more important things I gotta worry about, like taking care of kids. You understand? Working, paying bills. You know, paying daycare. You understand that? Kids are expensive. You know, and I ain't got time to be thinking about racial barriers all day. Except, of course, you got to think about that stuff when you're putting your kids in school and stuff like that. Teach them certain things about it. But to dwell on it every day, all day, I don't got time for it, man. It's more important factors of life. You know what I'm saying? Than to worry about that. You know. All right. I'm just speaking from a personal experience. True definition. He says, I'm suffering right now because of negative people today. Mm, wow. Wow. And, you know, even on your job, you know, where you work, you may be a good worker, you may be the best worker, you know, and people don't like it. I mean, instead of encouragement, instead of them receiving advice on how can they better themselves as a worker, they want to spew hate and dislike for you. You understand that? Hey Moni, I don't see your emails. I don't see your emails. Barbara Mosley. from YouTube. He says, "Who care when you give it up because it no longer belongs to that person. It don't matter to be hated. It's all about." He says, "It's all about God." Okay. The Lubis says, "I like what you're saying on the race thing, brother. Keeping it real for sure." The bone, exactly. Some of my family implies that I'm conceited or think I'm better because I'm a Christian. At work, like having goals and not wanting to struggle is bad things. Well, some people got the mentality like that. You know, they so content with growing up a certain way. We grew up in the hood, Jersey City. Let's just say you grew up in Brooklyn, Compton, Camden, New Jersey, Chicago, wherever, Charlotte, in the hood or whatever. You know, and somebody want to do better for themselves. You know, they see you doing better. You know, they're like, wow, doing better. Why couldn't I do that? You know, how about you didn't strive hard enough? You got to put in the work. Doing better takes work, takes effort. You know, and maybe some nights that you ain't gonna get no sleep because you're trying to succeed in life upon your goals you're trying to accomplish. And everybody can't go with you. Everybody don't see your vision on what you're trying to do if you're trying to make it out. You know what I'm saying? Poverty and urban areas and whatnot. You know, and it's like crabs in a barrel. One crab is going up to succeed. They're trying to pull you back down. By saying certain things or doing certain things. You know. Um, a little bit says paying bills, job, daycare. That's what I'm talking about. I'm subscribing to you. Appreciate that. You know, for sure, man. Like, listen, you got kids. Like, man, what am I worrying about? What's on the news too much? I'm not gonna sit here and dwell on politics and whatnot all day. I'm not going to dwell on what's going on in uh, hip hop and all that other stuff, man. Listen. I got to do these 14 hours. I got to do these 14 hours driving these trucks. You understand? I ain't worried about that. And when I get home, I'm tired. I want a nice hot meal for sure. All right, Levy. I've dealt with a lot in high school and college, being black, but from a different country. It's certain I didn't know or do that's common to black people in America. Hmm. Um, I went to Moni from YouTube. I went to beauty school with a particular female. I went to get my manicure and license. She went to what is that? Cosmetology. I would go on and become a licensed manicurist. Still is also my license update always. Okay, got you. Michelle, greetings to you too. Greetings to you too. You said you would, Mona says, would run into her periodically over a period of 20 years ago. You said you communicated with her. You said you decided you had enough to see the jealousy. Hmm. Wow. Wow. Yeah. A lot of people. When you doing your thing, when you in school, when you got a good career, good job, excelling and whatnot, people who's close to you and what have you, they couldn't make it. A lot of them have a lot of jealousy because they don't want to see you succeed at all. But keep doing your thing for sure. All right, Barbara Mosley off YouTube. Too many people like to get along with a mental mindset games. It's all about who you like, such as wicked family members. Hmm. Wow, deep one. What up, Larry Burks off of YouTube? Yeah, it's a little late, a little late. What up? What is that, Cheryl? Cheryl off of Facebook. Appreciate that, and everybody who's tuning in off of Facebook. So we're gonna go back to YouTube. Um, Audrey Walker says I used to drink daily, so I had to wake up and make a change. So I took myself out of that environment. Now I don't drink, thanks to God. Absolutely, you know, absolutely. Listen, I mean, things like that. That's the norm for a lot of people. That's the norm. Drinking, smoking, doing pills, and all that other nonsense and whatnot. That's the norm. You know, a lot of people use an excuse of going through situations in life and try to, heal their pain temporarily from what they're going through and things like that. You know, but that type of environment, there's a lot of negativity around in general. I mean, we hear about it a lot on social media in general. So you're right at Audrey Walker or for YouTube. You know, I mean, people may look at me different from the urban areas because I don't do those things like that. I don't care. I don't care at all. Like I said, gotta focus on them kids for sure. You heard my crowd from YouTube says I always tried to talk it out with the people I trusted, but uh, turn on me. Wow. If they don't want to talk it out, it's cool. My hands clean. I still get my 7 hours of sleep. For sure. Georgina Fleming, any relationship harming your mental health, regardless of who it is, remove them. That's a good point right there. That's a good point because you got a lot of people out there close that will put a mental strain on your mental health. You know, they call stress, depression, worries, and things like that. But they're trying to make you miserable. That's how they are. Trying to bring you down with them mentally. You know, so that was a good point right there. Lemon says, unfortunately, negative folks affect one's attitude. Absolutely. Not to mention damage your credibility. Yep, yep. You got people out there, who's close to you, whatever the case may be. They may spread a rumor. You understand? They may spread a rumor or create a narrative that's not true about you. And a lot of people, especially in the social media world, a lot of people they love an entertaining lie versus the truth. You understand? They do. They do. There's been people who spread a rumor about me, close, you know. And I gave the story before. I think it was what 2000 and the end of 2020 or something like that. You know, what they did was they put me up on some type of website. You know, of course you could easily snatch somebody's picture. That's common sense. But you know how people in this social media world take a picture, they put you on a website and whatnot. They posing as you or whatever they have said, and then they put me in this group. I think it was called like North versus Everybody or something like that. They put me in this little group. I couldn't view it because you had to be a member, and it was like private or something like that. And spread rumors in general, and an entertaining lie. A lot of people will believe and things like that. For me, I don't care about that stuff. It don't bother me. Keep promoting me. Simple. You know how much time it is to promote and market. You understand? So those who are spreading those type of rumors and whatnot and things like that, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. That would draw people to hear to get encouragement and things like that. You know, but in general, stuff like that, it's funny that people do that. It's wrong. It's sad. You know, and you want to listen. You want to give people, a piece of your mind. But at the end of the day, you know, just chill out, relax, and stuff like that. It'll bounce off. Um, the Lucas said, "You said you've never done drugs or drink." I ain't say drink. I didn't say that. I never done drugs. Is it because you're a Christian or just never interested in that? Well, I wasn't always a Christian. Well, I never was always striving. How about that? Of course, we in our younger days and whatnot. We want to drink a span off. We want to have a sex on the beach, drink. I never said I never drunk before. I said I never did drugs or smoked marijuana. You understand? But drink, I have in the past. In the past, not heavy, none of that heavy stuff, man. But in the past, I have. But I can count on my fingers how many times I got a buzz. You know, I will say that. But as far as like drugs and whatnot, I never was interested. I don't care if I was 14 years old on Orion Avenue around friends and they had it. You understand? I didn't want it. You know what I mean? There's something about it that I didn't have no any type of interest in it even as a teenager. You know? And when somebody would offer it to me, I would get angry. You know, I would. Because I just never was interested in that stuff. You understand? Even as a teenager. You know, and I wasn't in the church or nothing like that. And that was just me, you know. All right. Levy, he says I have a friend I'm considering cutting off. I have I've had issues with him being a negative person in the past, and I thought he changed, but lately he gotten worse. I tried to help him. Mm, wow. Listen, I'm a person that'll cut you off quick. For sure. I don't listen. I don't care about nobody's feelings or nothing like that. You know, keep a very, 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 very tight, small circle, or whatever the case may be. Because in these days, man, like I said earlier, trust and loyalty is very thin. You know, very, very thin. But to cut a person off, I'm not gonna sit here and wonder like, wow, should I cut a person off? Wow, no, I'm gonna cut you off. I won't get. Simple as that. You know. All right. Let's go to Facebook. See what's going on over there. All right. What up to Von King over Facebook? I see you, David Root, Robert Smith, and Deborah Davis. I see y'all. What up? What up? What up? Um, you said, but it's starting to affect me in an unhealthy way, mentally and physically. Levy says, what do you mean by that? Physically? What do you mean? Anyone around you that expects the worst are what is that? Mystic. Forgive me if I didn't pronounce that right. All right. He says they have some deep, settled fear. What up? What up? What up? The experience all outcast 64. What up? What up? Hope all is well. You know, some have OCD, others have GAD. Fleming says, what is GAD? Enlighten me. Enlighten me on that at Fleming's. Battle Cat. That was a good comment earlier. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, we had a conversation earlier. Check it out. You know, conversation number 176 in reference to, you know, hatching things out with a person and whatnot. So if you haven't listened to it, go check it out on YouTube. You know, what up? What up? What up? Levels. We're here talking about removing negative people from your circle. That's what we're here talking about. We're 33 minutes in, and you said general anxiety disorder. Okay. Oh, all right. Battlecast says I could hear the freedom in St. Louis voice. He sounded like he was free once he and you talk. I mean, that's what's up, man. You know, if two people having, you know, some type of issues and whatnot and things like that, you know, man got to put pride aside. You know what I'm saying, and you know, piece it up. Like I said earlier, you know, sometimes back in the day, we was kids, we would fight, you know, in the backyard and whatnot. Those who was from Fulton Avenue, they know. It was kids on the backyard, whatever, fight. And after that, go play Nintendo or something, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, you know, NBA Live 94 or something. But in these days, these adults, us as adults, we tend to hold a grudge. If kids could easily, you know what I'm saying, overcome something like right away, right after fighting, right after bumps and bruises. You want to go in the house and play the game? Adults, we can't do that. We can't do that, man. We can't do that for sure. All right. The experience says, I'm sorry for cursing at you. When you cursed at me? when did you curse at me? Because I don't remember. But you're forgiven. He says we may have our differences, but that wasn't right. What I did, I just got a lot of anger myself and things. Listen, you got a lot of anger. let me give you a suggestion. You know, you got a lot of anger. You do. let me stop playing. But I don't remember you cursing. So I don't know, man. I see hundreds of thousands of people and stuff like that, you know, with their comments and whatnot. So I can't remember. But if you did, you know, much respect, and of course I forgive. I got a forgiving heart, you know. But you said you got a lot of anger. got a good recommendation, a good one, you know, a good one. Um, Michelle Thomas says, I only see my two sons out of everyone I know. I have been to myself since 2017. I'm cool with it. I don't have to hear gossip. It's a good one. Gossip. What was that? What is that, Linda? This is my first time seeing you on live on Facebook. What up, Linda on Facebook? What up, Denise? She says, you just described me. I'm a 60-year-old woman, and my kids don't believe I've done drugs or alcohol. Well, it's a true thing, you know. It's a true thing. I've never done a drug, and it's possible. A person can do it. I believe there's over 7 billion people in this world, man. You mean to tell me some of those type of people who think like that? You mean to tell me everybody in this world done drugs? Really? You know, everybody? No, that's not true. Not at all. You know, everybody in this world don't do drugs. Everybody in this world don't go to strip clubs. Everybody in this world don't smoke marijuana or do whatever you call them things, put the marijuana in the brownies or whatnot, whatever the edibles or whatnot. Everybody don't do drugs. You know, there are some people out there that just fine without doing drugs in general, or fine without drinking, you know, every day, all day, or whatever the case may be. You know, Brandon, nice to see you again. Hope all is well, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Absolutely, for sure, absolutely. Everything is all good. What up, Mr. Ham? What up? What up? Um, the experience said you said it was. You said it was about around October. Listen, man, I don't remember. You know, you gotta understand. I don't remember. You know, I don't. But like I said, forgiven for sure. Mr. Ham has been watching the documentary. What is that? Uh, Mafia 21 on black abortion and black genocide. He says my mic sounds bad. It do? How about now? How about now? Sounds good right now? We good? We good? I made a mistake. I made no. It's not terrible right now. Not right now though. Let me know. What happened was that was my mistake. That was my mistake. You know, I had this Bluetooth connected. You know, when I turned the speaker on, it automatically connected to my computer, and you know, I didn't even know. You know, and I didn't even know it was messing up my audio, man. Wow, wow. I might have to. I don't know. But hopefully y'all heard a little something, or y'all can go to Facebook. It might sound better on Facebook. All right, appreciate that. You know. But back to Mr. Ham. He says been watching the documentary. What is that? Marfa 21 on black abortion and black genocide. That's what's up. What up to C Rock? What up? What up? What up? Um, he says good now. Appreciate that. Battlecat says, have you thought about doing a convo about the so-called new Ten Commandments by Pope Francis? I wasn't aware of that. I wasn't aware of that. You know, see that? There's so much going on in this world, you know, that you got to worry about. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I never heard of it. I never heard of it recently. Um, C Rock says these haters didn't say anything, but I'm my brother's keeper. Wonderful. Michelle Thomas says, I'm in school now to be a behavioral therapist for people with developmental issues, addictions, depressions, a number of things, as well as picked up my badge from the airport as an employee. Okay, got you. Levy says, I recently helped him get a job where I work, but he doesn't have a car, so I drive 30 minutes out to pick him up and drop him off. Tony, my job is less than 10 minutes away from me. We made arrangements. Wow. Midwest,
He says abortion is murdering babies. That's another topic for another day in reference to abortions and what have you. I'm not sure if we talked about it like in the earlier conversations, you know what I mean, months and months ago. But that's definitely another conversation that we could definitely touch on, you know, later on down the road. But I do agree with you on that one. Um, Moses says, always remember alcohol, wine, beer on is a drug. One is too many, and 1,000 is not enough. It start with one, and it should be none. Thank God, G1 have 32 years of uninterrupted. What up? What up? What up, Mellow 42? What up? Hope all is well. We was talking about removing negative people from your circle, removing negative people from your circle. For the most part, close people, close family, close friends, and things of that nature. That's the topic that we having a conversation on. Appreciate everybody having their comments and whatnot, sharing their experiences upon removing negative people for sure. Shout out to Austin off of Facebook, Nathaniel Ellis. Shout out to you. What is that? David Root, Rich Rivera, Robert Smith, Arlena, my mother, my, and who else? Sarah. I don't know how to pronounce the other name. I'm just gonna call you Arma. That's what I'm gonna call you. I don't know how to pronounce that. He said I asked him today if he got me, and he haven't heard, and I haven't heard from him since. Wow, wow, that's crazy. You got people out there like that. They will also use you. That's another form of negative people, using people, trying to get something out of a person, which is crazy. You try to be nice, you try to be nice to people, you try to help them out, give them a ride, give them a couple dollars, and what have you, and things like that. But, you know, people people may mistake your kindness for weakness. And I know some people out here, I'm not saying you, Levy, I'm saying some people out here are, very vulnerable. Oh, wow, this person is going through this person is going through that. You know, I should help them. I'm going to continue to help them. But me personally, listen, if a person is a grown person, a grown woman, a grown man, and things like that, be honest, I don't feel sorry for them at all. Because if they got 2 feet and 2 legs and they in their right mind, and there's Uber, and there's Lyft, and there's the bus and whatnot, and there's especially their 2 feet, whereas though they can get to work. You understand? But to each his own, man. You know, to each his own for sure. Audrey Walker says negative energy is always around, but we need to remove ourselves. Absolutely, absolutely, and that's another format of removing negative people from the circle. Cut them off, get away from them. Simple as that. Michelle Thomas says that was me $60,000 ago. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? $60,000. Are you saying that you had a heart to give a person $60,000? Are you saying that? You know, Let me know. Appreciate that at Flemings for sure. Okay, talking about the debate. All right. Forgive me. So if you're stating that you gave a person 60 grand, and there's people out there like that. There's people out there like that. If a person oh, you said that's how much money I came out of helping people. Wow. 60 grand? Wow. Wow. Mm, wow. Oh, ages ago. Okay. Got it. Got it. Oh, you said not just one person. Well, that's a good heart you got. That's a good heart. Good heart. You know? And there are people out there like that. People out there like that. They know uh, there's a person who don't mind giving, who has a good heart. And like I said earlier, they mistake your kindness for weakness. And people like that are leeches and what have you. Definitely got to watch out for those type of negative people, for sure. And guess what? Majority of them are your family members, huh? Majority of them are family members, you know, for sure. All right. You said no. It was in the last three years. Wow, 3 years. You says how would I? Levy says off of YouTube. He says how would I handle the situation? Me, you gotta understand. I got tough love. I'm a firm guy. You know, I'm a real firm guy because I look at it like this. You know, way back when I was working at a place called Hudson Mall as a security officer or whatever the case may be, I walked the hour there to work and walked the hour back. You understand? So if a grown man, you know what I mean, if his work is 30 minutes away by car and things like that, he got 2 feet. You walk and it's Uber out here and it's Lyft and what have you. He could go out there and get to work on by himself. You know, listen. I'm real tough when it comes to situations like that. You know, I mean, it's cool to help out a little here, a little there, but if they ain't giving back, listen, you got to walk or hitchhike or something. You know, but if a person got the activity of their limbs and their mind and things like that, you're grown. You're supposed to figure it out. You're supposed to figure that out. You understand? And you got to look at it like this. If you know you working at a job that's 30 minutes away and what have you, you got to prepare your mind. Okay, what happens if I got a car and what I'm going to do if I don't have a car? You understand? You got to prepare your mind for that. You know, that's called responsibilities, you know, especially as a grown man. A grown man? Nah, not at all. You know, so uh I would help that person to a certain extent, but every day, all day, no, I won't. You gotta figure it out. Just like how I figured it out, you gotta figure it out. You know, stuff like that happens in life. It happens in life. You know, some people work an hour away and they take public transportation. May take them 2 or 3 hours to get to work. You know what I mean? But they figuring it out until they have enough money saved up, or they making it enough, you know, whereas though they could take that public transportation, or until they save up money to get a car and things like that, you know. But I'm not saying you're being used or whatever the case may be, but me personally, I ain't helping a person out like that, you know. No way. If they keep continuing to act like a leash and what have you, that's not me, you know, at the end of the day. No way. All right. You say he has many cars as well, but always end up selling them for money. Oh, so he flipped cars. Oh, he flipped cars. Why don't he just keep one? You know what I mean? Keep one car and flip the rest. You know, but if you flipping cars and whatnot, you know, he should be able to use that profit to get himself to work and back. Simple as that. You know, how would he get there if you wasn't there? Good question. Wow. That's what I'm saying, Mr. Ham. You know, that's a good question right there for sure. Um, we need to find positive distractions from the negative energy, whether it's listening to music or reading books. Wonderful, wonderful. Good point right there for sure. That's a good point. All right. Literally, it says, Levy, do you want me? That's funny. All right, so we're gonna conclude this live. We're about to conclude this live. So if anybody got any closing remarks, feel free to drop them in the comment section, whether it's here on YouTube or on Facebook. You know, I do apologize for the audio for the first, I think, 20 or 30 minutes of YouTube. My audio on Facebook is all right. It's different from the audio on YouTube, but I do apologize for that. You know, but I appreciate everybody for coming on this live. And we'll see tomorrow on YouTube only with the biblical discussion. You know, be on the lookout for more videos coming to this YouTube channel. You know, my email is boxertonyharvin at gmail.com. You can catch me on Facebook, TonyFasthandZharvin. It's the same for Instagram also, although I don't be on Instagram much, but that's my name on Instagram. I think my name on Twitter is like what? Tony Harvin, the number one, I think. I don't really be on that either, but still, hit me up on there. What else is out there? Rumble.com, dailymotion.com, and whatnot, and all those other third party social media platforms where they put the videos up. What up, Shatira? Appreciate that for you subscribing to this YouTube channel. You being a new subscriber, appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in. And this channel is about having great content on it, whether it's the True God videos, whether it's the live conversations, whether it's the exercise videos, the poems. I got more poems coming out. I think I might drop my poem tonight. I think I might drop it tonight or maybe Monday or whatever the case may be. I got this poem that I want to drop, but I'm thinking about when to drop it. So what else videos I put out? News and stuff like that. So it's a lot of good content on this YouTube channel and what have you. And we just started to merge it over a bit on Facebook, trying Facebook out this year. And we're going to see the results that Facebook produce and things like that. And after that, we're going to see what Twitter is doing, and then just keep building. It takes work. So if you're building a YouTube channel, if you're trying to, Nicole Poems, I got one out already. I put that out months ago. I think it's called The Pain of Death. Go look it up. Tony Harvin, go check it out. It's on this YouTube channel. It's on my third YouTube channel too. I got a third YouTube channel called Tony Harvin Poems. I got a second YouTube channel called Tony Harvin Backup Channel. And I'm thinking about making maybe a health YouTube channel. So if you're making a YouTube channel, you really got to work. It takes work. It takes a lot of work. It's not an overnight thing. You gotta keep working. Keep working. I got the opportunity to do it while I'm at work, also promoting and stuff like that. So, but if you have a YouTube channel, keep at it for sure. Keep up, making great content and what have you. If you don't have that many subscribers and stuff like that, you got to keep working, keep building it up, keep going. It doesn't matter if close people don't listen, don't watch. There's over 7 billion people in this world. You understand? So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Mr. Ham, what you say? You says, I can tell you this, Tony. When I got out of the streets, I got rid of a lot of, I don't know what you're talking about with that one. Levy says, thanks. I actually feel the same way you felt and had plans of telling him I can't take him to work anymore. I'm losing an extra hour and a half of sleep for free rides. He says, oh no, in Logan voice. That's what's up. So good night to you too at Britt Blake. Good night to everybody on YouTube and Facebook. Be on the lookout for more videos once again. I'm signing off. I'm Tony Harvin. I'm out. Peace.